My name is Douglas Halliday. I am Professor of Physics at Durham University in the UK and a co-director of Durham Energy Institute, with particular responsibility for education and training. I'm also the chair of the European Universities Association Green Deal Task and Finish Group, developing an action plan to support universities in achieving the aims and ambitions of the Green Deal. The ethos of Durham University and Durham Energy Institute is captured in our slogan, which is Energy, Science and Society. This explicitly recognises the complex, deeply embedded nature of energy in our society today. As we all seek to achieve a sustainable and resilient energy transition to a low-carbon energy system with the aim of limiting greenhouse gases and climate change, we must recognise that potential solutions are complex, multifaceted, and will require a large transition in our societies as well as our energy systems. Society must play a key role alongside scientific advances and developments in our energy technologies. We must recognise energy as a socio-technical challenge. For us at Durham Energy Institute, this means actively bringing together researchers from different academic backgrounds, different areas of expertise, and enabling them to work together to develop new approaches informed by the perspectives, priorities, and expertise of different academic disciplines. This whole systems approach integrates the social, environmental, economic, policy, technical, and regulatory implications of future energy pathways and choices. In Durham Energy Institute, we have over 200 researchers working collaboratively on a wide range of energy challenges. What does this look like in practice? Well, let me give you some examples. The first example is the Inclusive Decarbonisation and Energy Transition Include, a centre for socially inclusive solutions through co-creation with stakeholders. Include is a research centre in collaboration with the University of Oslo that produces knowledge about how to realise a socially just low-carbon society through socially inclusive processes and in close collaboration between researchers and partners in the public, private and voluntary sectors. The key question they're exploring is, how can we achieve transitions in the power system and other energy systems that are socially just and inclusive? Researchers are examining and developing maps to visualize the distribution of energy consumption, both direct and embodied energy, in different social groups. One objective is to understand how municipalities achieve a transition to low-carbon society at a local scale. The project will develop, test, and initiate activities that help reduce emissions and achieve socially and environmentally sustainable energy transitions. The second example is the UK Energy Research Centre in the most recent phase. The UK energy system is changing rapidly. Greenhouse gas emissions fell by 43% in 20 years between 1990 and 2020. And renewable energy now accounts for 30% of electricity generation. Despite this progress, achieving emissions reductions has been difficult outside the electricity sector. To ensure a stable and robust UK energy system, progress needs to be made whilst minimising the cost to consumers and taxpayers, also maintaining high levels of energy security and maximising economic, environmental and social benefits. There is a clear need for research to understand the nature of the technical, economic, political, environmental and social dynamics affecting the energy system, including local, national and international components of these dynamics. In this phase of research and engagement, these challenges are being explored, and it includes a programme of interdisciplinary research on sustainable future energy systems and is concerned with three main questions. How will global, national and local developments influence the shape and pace of the UK's transition towards a low-carbon energy system? Secondly, what are the potential economic, political, social and environmental costs and benefits of the energy system change, and how can they be distributed equitably? And thirdly, which actors could take the lead in implementing the next stage of the UK's energy transition, and what are the implications for policy and governance? The next example is about hydrogen innovation in the Tees Valley. Durham is partnering with the project leader Teesside University in an £11 million project to support hydrogen innovation in the Tees Valley. As a collaborative project, researchers from both universities will harness their complementary strengths to grow Teesside's hydrogen economy and catalyse the just transition to net zero. The Tees Valley is responsible for almost 50% of the UK's production of hydrogen, and innovation in this sector is predicted to be a huge driver of economic growth in this region. This new joint research project will combine the research strengths of our partner universities and Durham and bring together a large cohort of industrial and policy fellows who will work together with industrial partners to identify the challenges and develop innovative solutions to overcome them. Examples of the challenges include fuel switching to hydrogen for high-grade heating, the use of hydrogen in flexible and resilient power systems, and hydrogen-fueled heavy-duty transportation. Crucially, the project will also investigate policy and regulatory barriers to transition to hydrogen energy, as well as ways in which a just transition to net zero can be achieved to ensure communities benefit from both improvements to employment opportunities and the natural environment. Alongside this, there will be a programme of outreach and engagement at primary and secondary school levels to promote the opportunities available within the new and growing hydrogen sector. The final example is geothermal energy from mines. Over half of UK's energy demand is from heat, and most of it is provided by fossil fuels. While coal mining has stopped in the UK, the water within flooded and abandoned mines provides a huge source of low-carbon geothermal heat for future, estimated at around 2.2 million gigawatt hours, which will be sufficient to heat all UK houses for over 100 years. The mine water is relatively lukewarm at 12 to 20 degrees centigrade, but heat pumps and other technology can increase the temperature to 40 to 50 degrees centigrade, making the mine water useful for geothermal heating. This project looks at how this can be competitive technically and logistically. For example, which collieries are suitable for sustainable heat extraction. This also requires district heating networks between premises. So how can they overcome the associated hurdles for setting those up? And can mine water heat handle seasonal heat demands reliably? Can this be financially compete with the established gas boiler? Do local communities want such a change to greener heat? And what do local communities think about repurposing our industrial heritage in this way? This project examines all these components of mine water heat, from initial geothermal heat extraction to the logistics of heat storage and delivery. It also looks at the political financial landscape for this technology and involves local communities in all of these challenges. All these four examples illustrate how researchers can work in a novel interdisciplinary approach in partnership with many other organisations to develop effective, robust, long-lasting solutions to our collective energy challenge.